Hey everyone, it's Lynnea for LDRS Creative, and today I wanted to use the trees and the land and sky stencils and masks to make a kind of like an abstract scene card, and it's going to be pretty stencil heavy with just a little bit of stamping. So because I'm going to be using those land and sky masks and stencils, I'm going to use my Precision Hold Sticky Grid Mat. This is from LDRS Creative, but it's sold exclusively on HSN. So I will link that in the video description below. As I'm making this video, there are still some in stock, but it's definitely a great tool to have. It's a 9x12 sticky grid. So I'm taking a piece of A2 cardstock and I'm going to just put that down on my grid mat. Usually I would stencil right in the center, but because I wanted to be able to have places to hold my ink pads, I'm going to move that off to the left just a little bit. Now I'm grabbing those land and sky stencils and masks, and I'm going to start by kind of positioning the largest moon off to the right side of my panel. And I want to kind of keep everything contained within a rectangle that's kind of going horizontally across my card. So I'm going to use some masking tape to mask off the top and bottom of my card. And I am doing this so that the top and bottom of that circle are also going to be cut off. There's probably, I would say, about 1.25 inches at the, maybe 1.5 inches at the top and the bottom of my panel that's masked off. Once I have that done, I'm going to place the stencil portion of the largest moon right over to the right side, and I'm going to grab my lantern yellow ink and just blend over this moon. I thought about doing, some abstract colors here with maybe like a purple or something like that, but in the end I did stick with yellow for the moon, and then I'm going to have kind of like a sunrise colors over off to the left. So I'm just blending that lantern yellow all over that open circular area, and then once that's done, I'll kind of wipe off any excess ink that got onto my tape. Then I'm going to put the mask over that circle so that I don't get any ink there. I want that yellow to stay nice and crisp. I just kind of rolled up some tape and put that down. Now I'm using these hills stencils and masks, and I'm going to use the mask portion or the stencil portion. I'm not sure which is which, but I want to start at the bottom. So I'm masking off the top. And I'm just going to put this and kind of use some tape so that I don't get ink where I don't want it to go, because this is a skinny mask. The grid mat's going to hold down my stencil in place on the left, but I'm masking off the top with some extra tape because I kind of get a little bit out of hand when I ink blend. So now I'm going to grab some dark pink ink, and this one is Fandango, and I'm just going to ink blend in that little rectangular area. Again, just doing a nice kind of flat blend, nothing too fancy. Then I will pick up that mask and I'll be able to move it up just a little bit. I'm going to wipe off the extra ink that I have so that I don't get any inky fingerprints anywhere. And I will bring in the other portion of this mask and stencil combo set, and it's going to allow me to mask off what is actually the hill at the bottom and then kind of continue on with my blending. So I've masked off the pink portion, and then I'm using that other mask to mask off the top, and I'm going to come in with a lighter pink. This one is Pink Tutu, and I'm going to be able to blend in the middle here using those two masks to mask off the top and the bottom, so I'm just blending in the middle with that lighter pink. Once I'm done, I'll again wipe off any extra ink that might be kind of hanging out, and then I'm going to grab my Tangerine Dream ink and blend that spot that's left up at the top with the orange ink. And again, I'm just going to move that mask up, so now I'm masking off the pinks at the bottom and just kind of putting some tape because my brushes are bigger than the stencil. Then I'm just going to blend that orange ink up at the top, and then comes the fun part, the reveal, and that is just taking apart all the masks, just kind of peeling them off one by one. And because I am using some tape here as well for extra masking, I'm going to be really careful and just peel that back onto itself slowly. Okay, so here's where I have to make a little bit of an apology, because after this video clip my camera cut out and kind of went all alien-esque on me, and my footage was completely unusable. And so I have this part of me kind of peeling off the tape, and you're going to see this is the main portion of the card. This is the part that is the tutorial part, the part that I show you how to do. Other than this, it's just some simple silhouette stamping, nothing too fun and exciting. So at least this part didn't get corrupted. It's the boring part that got corrupted. But this is my stenciled panel. And I took this over to my paper trimmer and I trimmed 1/8 of an inch off of all 4 sides so that I could mat this onto a piece of black cardstock. Then I grabbed my tree stamps and I used these 2 trees in the bottom left and I stamped them with black ink. And then I also grabbed the Naturally Sweet collage and just stamped that wonderful you sentiment down at the bottom of my panel. And so this is my finished card. It was really quick and easy. I did mount it with foam tape, but you could glue it down and it would be a really easy 1-layer card to send through the mail. That's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you again
Bye.
very much for watching this video. If you liked this video and you'd like to see more from me, please hit that subscribe button that is on the screen now. And here are a few other videos that I thought you might enjoy.